Viewers and subscribers, welcome to another episode of In a Week. I'm your host Sohaim. Sharing my experience of learning Japanese language is one of my favorite topics that I'd like to discuss with you guys on this channel. And in this episode, I would like to share with you why I decided to teach myself one of the most complicated languages in the world, which is the Japanese language, and how am I teaching myself the Japanese language. To find out, let's dive into this video. Here are the reasons why I teach myself Japanese. The first reason is slow learning. I can plan my own lessons, knowing my own learning abilities. I can add as much or as little new workload to my lessons. I repeat my lessons as many times as I see fit at my own pace. I can choose my timings and also the amount of time I want to devote to learning Japanese. The second reason is financial feasibility. The amount of money I have invested in buying instruction books to learn Japanese is a fraction of what it would cost me to get a semester of Japanese classes anywhere in New York City. If you decide to learn Japanese on your own, remember it is a process. It requires a lot of patience, discipline, and consistent repetition. I devote at least an hour a day to learning Japanese. In my case, I divide my hour in the following manner. Some people might disagree in practicing writing kanji. However, in my experience, I remember kanji well when I write them repetitively. To improve my conversational style, accent, and listening skills in Japanese, I also devote an hour per day watching my favorite Japanese TV shows in Japanese on Netflix. Knowledge retention is extremely important to learn a language. Last year, I tested my Japanese skills by not practicing my daily lessons for 3 weeks in a row a few times during the year. These intentional gaps were to test my knowledge retention abilities in the Japanese language. I wanted to find out whether my mind was able to retain the information without the help of daily repetition. Fortunately, I remembered everything except for a few spelling hiccups in a few words. Apart from learning the Japanese language, I also devote a lot of time learning about Japan. To date, I have read over 50 books in English on Japanese culture, history, politics, and literature. This has helped my language learning process a great deal because now I have the cultural context around the words and phrases used by Japanese in their everyday life. This year, I want to add a goal in making native Japanese friends and acquaintances with whom I can practice speaking Japanese and get corrected on my mistakes. Ultimately, what will really fast-track my learning will be using Japanese as much as possible in day-to-day life. I hope this video was helpful for people who are planning on teaching themselves the Japanese language and also those people who have already started teaching themselves the Japanese language. I wish you guys luck, and at the same time, if you guys have more questions regarding what I'm doing to teach myself Japanese, please put them in the comment section.